Hey guys, King of Altarias here, tell your judge, your jury, and your analyst, and today I bring to you a video, well, not just a video, but a shoutcast featuring Snowy Castform. So, according to PvPoke.com, Snowy Castform overall ranks at number 4. It's incredibly powerful because it's tanky, despite the fact that it has literally, like, no coverage moves, and it's a pure ice Pokemon. Literally, ice, baby. If you want to freeze everything to death, use Snowy Castform, because that's all it's got. All it is got, it's ice. And it's like swirly form or however the heck you call it. But the good thing about Castform is that Castforms are very, very bulky. They generate energy quickly, most of all of them, because all of them have great moves, except for the fire one. Except the fire does have solar beam, so hashtag get beamed. It does have benefits. But Snowy Castform is actually a pretty interesting mon, and I haven't really seen many people try to use it, so I was like, you know what the heck? It's number 4. Top 4 overall. Let's freaking use it. A top 4 Pokemon in the Holiday Cup, so I might as well, you know, let's do it. Anyways, it is New Year's Eve, so environmental help tip of the day, please check on your friends and family. It is New Year's Eve. Some of them are prepping to get you know, I'm a marriage family therapist / licensed professional clinical counselor, and you know, it's freaking, yeah, check up on your friends, because you never know how many of them were trying to propose at New York Square and got turned down, or they were hoping they would say yes, and then, you know, things happen. I hear about it all the time. Well, not all the time, but like I've heard many different scenarios, etc. Yeah, check up on your friends, because something good, something might happen, and just say Happy New Year's. I wish all of you a Happy New Year's. Thank you for all your support since... Wait, this is like my snow... Yeah, I've been doing this for a while. I don't know how many years have gone by. You know, it's just best not to take a look at the time. But 2022 is upon us. Hopefully, it is a better year, a better new year. And if, like, live tournaments are coming back, I might participate. I mean, like, self tournaments. And then you have Worlds, so I still don't know about Worlds, though, because as much as I want to compete, there's something called coronavirus that's going rampant right now. So, like, my head's kind of scratching. And I'm a therapist, so I have clients. So it's just like... yeah, I'll figure it out later. Anyways, again, Happy New Year. Well, Happy New Year's Eve, because it's not New Year's yet. It's almost New Year's. And then, yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this shoutcast. This is going to feature the top 4 Pokemon. Is it really the top 4, though? Is it really that freaking good? Can it come out of losing leads? Let's find out. Alright, so here are the battles. We got our Castform into a Wigglytuff. So this is actually not good for us, because Wiggles is going to wiggle away, and for some odd reason our opponent elects to switch out. So I'm going to switch into Lanturn, and we're just going to put it against the dead-boned... You know, I always wondered, so the lore for regular Marowak is that, you know, Cubone wears the skull of its dead mother. So how, like, I know Alolan Marowak's just like pure Alolan, but like if there was an Alolan Cubone, I wonder how that goes, you know what I mean? Just like... just out of curiosity. Anyways, all we're going to do is fire all these Thunderbolts. We're going to zap this poor thing to death. And then we are going to have a well, here's the thing. Bone Club does super effective damage, but I want to preserve it as much as possible. I'm going to overcharge just a little bit so I can queue a little more, because we know the Wigglytuff's going to come back in and try to end our lives. But I fire right away because I'm like, oh, wait, hold on. 2 Bone Clubs are going to suck a lot. So we're going to fire off Thunderbolt, and then we should have a shield taken, or we're going to be able to take out Marowak, and they do elect to shield. So at this point, I'm a little confused. I'm like, you know, do I shield and just farm you down? And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And we're going to have all this energy thrown for everything in the back. We have a Viggy, and we have a freaking Snowy Castform. So here's the thing. King of Charms is like scratching his head because he's like, all right, I think I really jacked up. This is either a really great idea or a really terrible idea. Most of the time, I make really terrible ideas. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to send in Vigoroth. I'm going to queue a little bit of energy, as you see here. And we're just going to smack away at this Wigglytuff with energy advantage. Hopefully, what I'm praying for is that Snowy Castform has a strong matchup for whatever's in the back. Please, because if we don't, we're kind of screwed. So we're going to fire these Body Slams off. Vigoroth should be able to get 2 off before they elect to fire. And I'm doing a little more chip, hoping that they don't shield. Because if they do shield this, it's going to suck, because Wiggles is going to wiggle the giggle and destroy my poor Vigoroth. And unfortunately, we can't give... We can't... Oh, this is really bad. And we managed to get to a third body sign because I'm like, why didn't you fire? Because this is a misplay on their part. If they fire, it's good. But it really depends what they have in the back row as well. So we take out the Wigglytuff and we get a Litleo. This is terrible. This is really freaking bad. As you see here, I am relentlessly tapping, praying that I get to Hydro Pump, and I do, and that's GG's. Hashtag get wet. Hashtag screw your anti-meta Frostless strat. My Snowy Castform comes out, well, not really unscathed. If you see, there's like a little bit of chip on it, but you know what? I literally didn't even need to use Sunny Castform. Or Snowy Castform. Otherwise, that would have been a really terrible matchup for us because, whew, that would have been bad. Speaking of bad, this is bad. We got Lanturn into Snowy Castform, and I am tapping relentlessly on my Switch because we need Viggy to freaking punch down this poor, freaking Lanturn, but we got a shot. You know what? The reason why I paused for a second, I was like, is that shiny? Yeah, King of Charmanders is tired right now, and he can't tell if whether or not this Alolan Ninetales in front of him is shiny or not. Speaking of shiny, you know, like, have you ever watched, like, Dragon Ball's... Okay, Dragon Ball GT was a terrible freaking anime. I'm sorry. Everyone's like, Dragon Ball GT was not canon. It isn't technically canon, but it was terrible. It was terrible, and then you had, like, the Dark Dragon Balls, which are essentially the shiny version, the regular Dragon Balls. So, yeah. Other shiny things are like that. If you watch okay, I'm not going to spoil it. If you watch the new Spider-Man movie... It was freaking amazing, but then the Doctor Strange trailer should be out already. So if you haven't seen it, it's out already. So in the Doctor Strange trailer, I always wondered, would the evil Doctor Strange be like would the evil Doctor Strange be like, you know, the shiny version of Doctor Strange? And I'm like, just scratching, you know, all the references for Pokemon. Anyways, the game plan here is to let Viggy go, and I'm going to send in my Snowy Castform and get a bazillion energy. And the idea is maybe with a Blizzard, we can come out unscathed, or we can lock in this Lanturn into our Lanturn. And I'm kind of scratching my head because I was like, why would you do that? There's no reason to... Okay, so my opponent kind of jacked up because there's no reason to give up Switch and put yourself in a bad matchup. I get it because you're looking to sack, but at the same time, you don't have shield. So, yeah, this is a very interesting play by my opponent. I was just like, kind of like, is this a good move? I mean, I screw a lot of win conditions over, but I'm like, yo, did you just screw your win con? Because since I resist Water Gun, and we have Spark's doing neutral damage right now, so I can overcharge a little bit, and then I basically win the game. So it's just like, question mark. I was seriously scratching my head. I was like, what the heck? Why? Why would you do this? So as you see, I'm just like overcharging as much as I can, and Go Battle Like is mighty. So Go Battle Like is absolutely undefeated. It's so undefeated. You know, there's nothing you could there's nothing you can do about it. And look at this lag. This is like, I remember this, and I was like, wait, what the heck is... I'm like, what? You know what's crazy? I still win this match, but you're gonna see how. So we fire off the Thunderbolts, and then I can expect... Okay, so they have Lanturn, and they have something else in the back. And they fire the Lanturn. It's gonna zap us down. Now, my only way to win is basically Castform has to be able to Hail Mary Blizzard, send a 49620 freaking, like, -degree hurricane or blizzard on your back row, and basically it has to one-shot. That's our only win condition. And we get a Stunfisk, and I'm like, does this KO? And I got really excited. I was like, does this KO? Does this KO? Does this kill in one shot? Is this the one-punch charge move? Yes, that's a One Punch Man reference, by the way. And that's GG's. That was freaking crazy. I was like, oh... That killed! Let's freaking go! Remember, I only have 4 battles, but then, like, all of them are pretty nutty. So this is the third one. It is Diggersby into Snowy Castform. And then our opponent switches into a Skarmory. So I'm kind of like scratching my head. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, wait, I should probably switch into freaking Lanturn right away. Lanturn will effectively wall Skarmory. So my definition of walling a Pokemon is that you kind of have to resist both the fast move and the charge moves. Otherwise, I say it's like a semi-wall. So what we're going to be able to do here is we're going to be able to get a bazillion energy. And then we're going to be able to just throw all, like, yeah, we're going to get like a bazillion, like so much energy. Here's the issue though. They have a Diggersby, and I have to Hydro Pump the Diggersby. Diggersby double resists Lanturn Sparks because Electric is double resisted by ground. So as you see, I'm just going to go up to 100, and I'm going to fire a Thunderbolt. This should take out the Skarmory unless my opponent makes a foolish move and decides to put up their shields. Because when shield's down, the Lanturn, well, not really. When shields are down, Lanturn doesn't really go to town. Spark One kind of put the pressure on, but like, you know, it's what it is. So we're going to fire the Hydro Pump. This should break a shield from our opponent. The issue I have here is that, like, okay, we're going to break a shield, but you know what? That Diggersby is still super healthy. So Fire Punch won't KO at this range, so as you see, I'm trying to get to a second Hydro Pump. But my back row is still very strong against this XL Diggersby, so we're vibing pretty hard right now. This is probably going to be an Earthquake, and it's not an Earthquake, it's Fire Punch. And I was like, wait, what? Why? Because with that being done, I might be able to get to another Hydro Pump. And I actually don't. As you see here, like, my life decisions, I overtap, and I'm like, oh, well, this sucks a lot. So we're going to need a Fire Punch here. So we're going to get punched in the face because we do not have shields, and then Fire Punch does super effective damage against Ice-type Pokemon. So doesn't quite do, like, it was shocking. I mean, I don't have no shields, but I'm gonna no shield this, but as you see, it doesn't do, I wanted a not shield for science, and I was like, that doesn't do a lot of damage. It almost put us in half range, but we're not in half now. And they send in a freaking Talonflame. I'm in a whole lot of danger right now. Talonflame has a really great matchup against my Castform. Not only that, we're an even shield, so I'm like, oh, this is gonna be really sweaty. So my win condition here is to basically I have to body slam this poor burp to death. But I also have to make the call of the century. Because what King and Charmander has to do, essentially he has to make the right call. And I made the right call. Because if that was a Brave Bird, we lose. But as you see here, we should be able to double up on body slams. And then I should be able to double body slam here. I will shield this. Yeah, I should be able to double body slam and then take out this Talonflame. So it was pretty, like, I was just like, oh, crud, like, this really sucks. Why is everybody using Talonflame? Oh, yeah, it's one of 2 top bleeds in the freaking Holiday Cup. But as you see, Snowy Castform is balling out, literally balling out. So baller, literal baller. I think I used more Blizzard more than Weather Ball in this entire shoutcast, or just playing this Pokemon in general. As you see, Body Slam will take this out, and we might be able to actually even get to another Body Slam. But we're trying, and we get to it, and then all I'm gonna do is super combo, ball out. The assist is gonna come from our Viggy, and then we're gonna send in our Snowy Castform, and then we are going to combo for the W. As you see, Candy Castform is a 3-point shooter. Well, not really a 3-point shooter. I don't know what it really is, but you know what? It's got that triple double. It's gonna take the steal, and I mean steal that elo with this sweet combo, and that's GG's. That was pretty freaking sweet. But this last battle is going to be really sweaty, so that was a really good one, but I hope you all enjoyed this. As you see, Legend on Legend action, we get Graveler into Castform. This is terrible for us. Absolutely freaking terrible. We lose the unholy crap out of this lead. So I'm just scratching my brain. I'm like, all right, what do I do? What do I do? What are my life choices right now? And I decide that really, like, I kind of have to, like, force shields here. If I switch out, I can get locked. Well, basically, here's what happens. If I switch out, I get locked into a Talonflame. I'm in a lot of trouble. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm going to Weather Ball, and hopefully I can do enough damage to this Graveler, because Weather Ball fires so fast. Thanks to Powder Snow's recent buff, 8 energy per shot, you know what I mean? Now, I wish you, well, 8 energy is a lot. And I was like gonna make like a hot dog reference. You know when you go to like when you go to like baseball games or whatever, or like any of the games, and they sell like hot dogs and they're like mad expensive. It's basically like how much energy you get for a Powder Snow. It's freaking nuts. As you see here, I'm gonna try to get both shields here. Hopefully I can get to one more Weather Ball, and I unable to, and I'm like, okay, no, I'm gonna shield this anyways. My idea is maybe I could force a second shield and then farm down, or they're just gonna let this one through. We blocked the Stone Edge, which is great, because that clearly would have killed us. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to kind of finesse a little bit, overcharge this a little bit, and then hopefully Sunny Castform and my 2 other Pokemon can take out this opponent's back row. Let's say they decide to shield this, and they do not. They don't shield, and we get an A9, and I'm like, my brain's like, oh god, really, bro? Okay, now I'm kind of screwed. Well, not screwed, I'm just in a whole lot of trouble, because if this is a Charm team, it's not that bad, because they still have a whole Vigoroth and a Lanturn, but I'm like, oh, they still have a shield. So I'm like scratching my head. I'm like, okay, what are my life choices right now? What are my life choices? Am I screwed up my life choices? We're going to fire this Thunderbolt, and I'm like, okay, so the idea here is to chip the Alolan Ninetales. Maybe we could do some damage. We could do something, because we need some freaking help right now. As you see here, we're going to zap. We're going to bring on the, wait, hold on. No. The Thunder and Lightning. Yeah, what's a good reference for like Thunder or Electric? The Power Rangers. The Power Rangers is absolutely amazing. Yes, I'm a huge Power Rangers nerd. well, actually, liking the Power Rangers is actually a good thing because one of my clients likes Power Rangers and I developed a very, very strong therapeutic relationship with them because we both like the Power Rangers. So all I do is when I talk in the therapeutic language or when I'm doing therapy, I'm just like, I just reference everything to Power Rangers and it freaking works. The Power Rangers. Freaking Power Rangers. By the way, Kimberly is mwah. Kimberly was the greatest of all time. God, she was amazing. Love Kimberly. Pink Ranger. Y'all know what I'm talking. If you like the Power Rangers, y'all know what I'm talking about. I attempt to switch to like combo in to my Castform because I'm only one Powder Snow away from taking this bird out, and this Sky Attack will go through, won't quite KO. I'm gonna switch into Snowy Castform, get that one little bit of energy, and we're going to fire the ball of Weather Ball. And then I'm panicking because I'm like, okay, I farmed it down, but that wasn't intentional. I was gonna fire the Weather Ball, and then I was going to double Weather Ball for the KO. But then, as you see here, it kind of like my plans kind of went derailed. And that charm will take me out, but then counter should be able to take us out, and then we GG. I hope y'all enjoyed the battles. Those were pretty freaking crazy. And that's GG's. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Snowy Castform comes as a Merry Christmas Eve, and as a reminder of how freaking cold it is, or like literally the top half of like the west of the United States of America was like frozen or something like that. So it was like, oh, or like it was like snowing. So what a fine mon to end the year in Snowy Castform. Anyways, hopefully next year is better. Well, hopefully, not really. Go Battle League is probably going to still be broken. We're probably going to lag in Worlds. And maybe, just maybe, we might see real-life AR Pokemon. That's going to cost you about $5 grand in your pocket to buy all that hardware so you can wear glasses that you can walk around with in real life. Despite the fact that there's a raging virus that's trying to still kill all of us. But so, you know, it's what it is. It really sucks, but like, in all honesty, like, AR was a great concept before a pandemic happened. So just putting that out there. So everyone's trying to get these VR headsets going on, and that's why this new metaverse thing with Facebook is like exploding, because really it is. Virtual reality is going to trump AR. I mean, most of us don't even use freaking AR mode in Pokemon Go anyways. How many of y'all use AR mode? I certainly don't. Most of my friends don't. And other than even if you're like an AR photographer, like, there are better ways. Fan art makes more than Pokemon Go AR snapshots. Just saying. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. However, never lose hope. There is still hope Pokemon Go can make a concept. It's just our time has kindly come and passed. I will still continue to create content for Pokemon Go PvP until the end of time, just because I enjoy doing analysis, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully the game does get better. Anyways, make sure you check the button, loved ones. Happy New Year's Eve, and I wish you a great and all thank you for all your support up into 2022. If you're not subscribed yet, please, you see that little subtext at the bottom right next to these two Charmanders. Go over there, put your mouse over it, and you can easily subscribe from there. Appreciate my current subscribers. All y'all, I met my 3K goal thanks to you guys. I'm really busy, but I keep doing this because I appreciate the support of my community, and I like talking about, I like this, you know, it's like interesting to me. It's like, you know, it's Pokemon. It's freaking Pokemon. Anyways, good luck on your Go Battle League sets. I'll see you guys in 2022, and I will see you on the next video.